Everybody, welcome to MetaJAX. Thank you for sharing your Sunday night here with us on a somewhat kind of a casual, wintry, rainy kind of day. But it's warm on the inside here, and I'm glad that you're here with us. You know, exceptional music happens here at MetaJAX, and I want to tell you about a few things coming up that we'd love for you to share in with us. We've got on the May 11th, coming up, we've got a Michael Bublé tribute show, which is really good, with a big band. On May 25th, we've got Matt Mauser. If you know Matt, he's a local phenom celeb. And Matt, with his Sinatra show, will be here on Saturday night, the 25th. All these things, you can get tickets at campusjax.com. Then on June 9th, right here. Now, we've got an incredible relationship that we enjoy collaborating with the Irvine Barclay Theater guys, with Jerry Mandel, who's here. Jerry, hey Jerry. And Craig Springer. And so, when they've got something, you know, cooking up that requires, you know, they've got the big stage down there at the Irvine Barclay Theater. And we love taking shows down there. And then when they have something that requires what I call a performing arts center in a small, intimate setting, they come here. And so Jerry and Craig and their jazz quartet or trio, I think it varies, will be here with Leah Booth on June 9th, which is a Sunday night. So get your tickets for that. Join them here. And then we've got coming up down there, we're doing a show. Again, we just did one last Sunday night with Elena Gilliam and an orchestra. We're going back down to the Irvine Barclay Theater. I'm excited about this. On July 19th, with the great Brazilian composer, jazz artist, Ivan Lins. So if you're into some great Brazilian jazz, come and get tickets for that show. It'll be July 19th down at the Irvine Barclay Theater. But, you know, we're here for a reason. Now, tonight's show, also curated by Jerry and Craig and the Irvine Barclay Theater guys. That's why we're going to enjoy Judy Whitmore in a minute. But before she gets here, would you welcome music director Michael Orland and this incredible jazz quintet with Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Judy Whitmore. There we go.
It's very nice to go traveling to Paris, London, or Rome. It's very nice to go traveling, but it's so much nicer, yes, it's oh so nice to travel home. It's very nice to just wander with just a horse and a pack. It's very nice to just wander But it's so much nicer, yes, it's oh so nice to wander back. The Argentine cowboys and Spanish bullfighters are sweet, but they can't compete 'cause they just don't have what the admin have on Madison Ave. It's quite the life to play gypsy and roam as gypsies will roam. It's quite the life to play gypsy, but your heart starts singing when you're homeward winging across that foam. And you know your fate is where the Empire State is. All you contemplate is the view from Miss Liberty's dome. It's quite the life to go traveling, but it's oh so nice to come home. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday night with us. We're going to be taking a musical trip around the world, so bonus miles for everybody. Those handsome garçons on the Rue de la Paix are rare, but they can't compare with the sexy guys who parade each day on Rodeo Drive. It's quite the life to play gypsy and roam as gypsies will roam. It's quite the life to play gypsy, but your heart starts singing when you're homeward winging across that foam. And the Hudson River, woo, makes you start to quiver like the latest flivver that's simply dripping with chrome. It's very nice to go traveling, but it's oh so nice to come home. No more customs. Burn my passport. No more packing or unpacking. Hey, Wes, want to stop at In-N-Out Burger on the way home tonight? And when we get home, could you get my slippers, please? Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here tonight because I have been in this room many times, but I've always been in the audience. And so this is my first time on this stage, and I couldn't be happier. One of the reasons we're here is to celebrate the release of my new album, which I'm really thrilled about, and it's all about travel. And has anyone noticed that we are right across the street from John Wayne International Airport? Well, hope you brought your passports. Buckle your seatbelts because we're ready for takeoff. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, get you up there. I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Jeff Jorgensen on sax. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the word and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Let's fly away. Thank you. Thank you so much. I grew up listening to the Frank Sinatra version of this song, and I played it hundreds and hundreds of times. I just loved it. And when I grew up, I loved that song so much that I wrote a #1 best-selling novel, which I called Come Fly With Me. And the reason that we're all here tonight is that I'm celebrating the release of my new album, which is also called Come Fly With Me. And I had such a great time recording this album. The album was produced by Chris Walden, and he is an amazing composer and arranger, and he's also the conductor of the Pacific Jazz Orchestra that too much to do with Pacific Symphony, with the Pacific Jazz Orchestra, which is going to be at the Barclay Theater later this year. And I had such a great time doing this album. It was so much fun, and we recorded it at a legendary studio in Hollywood, and we had a 1,000-piece orchestra. Well, no, I'm really lying. It just felt like 1,000 pieces because there were so many musicians there. Well, the first stop that we're taking on our musical trip is going to be Italy. Thank you, brothers Corleone. The first stop is Italy, and I love Italy. I just love Italy, and I love Italians. Italians have perfected the art of savoring life's pleasures. They created a society where the main food groups are pizza, pasta, and gelato. So I love it. That's la dolce vita. Come bella c'è la luna, brilla stretti, stretti come tutta bella, passeggiar sotto cielo di Roma. Down each avenue or via street or strada, you can see 'em disappearing 2 by 2. on an evening in Roma. Do they take 'em for espresso? Yeah, I guess so. On each lover's arm a boy I wish I knew. On an evening in Roma, though there's grinning and mandolining in sunny Italy, the beginning has just begun when the sun goes down. So please meet me in the plaza near your casa. I am only one, and that is one too few. On an evening in Roma, don't know what the country's coming to, but in Rome do as the Romans do. Will you? On an evening in Roma. Come bella c'è la luna, brilla stretti, stretti come tutta bella passeggiar sotto il cielo di Roma. Don't know what the country's coming to, but in Rome do as the Romans do. Will you? On an evening in Roma, sotto il cielo di Roma, on an evening in Roma. Thank you. Thank you. I love Rome. Rome is fabulous. I was very fortunate to be able to live and work in London for several years. When I got to London, I felt like I belonged there. The whole town always felt magical to me. And I just loved British customs. I loved that at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, no matter who I was with or no matter what we were doing, we would stop for tea. We would head to Claridge's or Fortnum and Mason and have tea and sandwiches and cookies. And I thought, what a great custom that is. And I remember that we would go to the theater almost every night, and after the theater, out to dinner. And I remember riding home alone at midnight in those big London taxis and feeling totally safe. And I remember nights of dining and dancing at Annabelle's in Barclay Square. That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Barclay Square. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I'm perfectly willing to swear that when you turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Barclay Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know we two were so in love? The whole darn world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Barclay Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know we two were so in love? The whole darn world turned upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Barclay Square. I know 'cause I was there that night in Barclay Square. Thank you. Thanks. Wherever my footsteps may wander, it's still the same moon shining down. But I can't forget when I saw the sunset and the moon rise on old London town. London by night is a wonderful sight. There is magic abroad in the air. I'm often told that the streets turn to gold when the moon shines on Circus and Square. Deep in the dark that envelops the park, there's romance in each cigarette's glow. Down by the Thames, lights that sparkle like gems seem to wink at each girl and her beau. Up comes the moon when the city's asleep. He's not alone, for it seems somewhere up there stands an angel to keep her watch while each Londoner dreams. My love and I watched the sun leave the sky, then we kissed in the fast fading light. Most people say they love London by day, but lovers love London by night. Most people say they love London by day, but lovers love London by Thank you, thank you. And I said before that I'm so excited to be on the stage here tonight. It's my first time, but I'm equally excited to be here with my music director, Michael Orland. Now, all the songs on my new album, Come Fly With Me, which is available on all streaming services, all the songs are about destinations, about places to go to, except this next song. This next song is about a small hotel. Now, I know a thing or two about a small hotel. Quite a while ago, I was going to be going to Paris, and I thought, I'm so tired of staying in those big hotels where we always stay. I want to stay on the left bank. I want to feel like a local. So I did some research and I found this beautiful, beautiful hotel on the left bank in Saint-Germain, and I thought, oh, perfect. So when I got to Paris, I got to the hotel and I went to the front desk and checked in, and it was just beautiful. It was tiny, like the size of a postage stamp, but so beautiful. And I got my key and I went upstairs, and the bellman came up with me with my suitcases, and I put my key in the lock of the door and I turned it and I pushed it open, and it hit the bed because the room was so small. The room was so small, I had to leave the suitcases in the hallway to unpack them. But good things come in small packages. There's a small hotel with a wishing well. I wish that we were there together. There's a bridal suite, one room, bright and neat, complete for us to share together. Looking through that window, you can see a distant steeple, not a sign of people who wants people. When that steeple bell says goodnight, sleep well, we'll thank that small hotel together. Looking through that window, you can see a distant steeple, not a sign of people who wants people. When that steeple bell says nighty night, sleep well, we'll thank that small hotel. We'll creep into our little shell, and we will thank that small hotel together. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seems that I read, or somebody said, that out of sight is out of mind. Maybe that's so, but I tried to go and leave you behind. What did I find? I find it so interesting how a song or a scent like gardenias or roses, or even a city like Paris, can conjure up long forgotten memories, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. The ghosts of your romantic past can turn up in the most unexpected places. They can follow you anywhere. They can ride with you on that elevator to the top of the Eiffel Tower, or they can even follow you onto a train. I took a trip on a train, and I thought about you. I passed a shadowy lane, and I thought about you. 2 or 3 cars parked under the stars, a winding stream, moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam, same old dream. At every stop that we made, oh, I thought about you. But when I pulled down the shade, then I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack and looked at the track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? I thought about you. 2 or 3 cars parked under the stars, a winding stream, moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam, same old dream. At every stop that we made, oh, I thought about you. But when I pulled down the shade, then I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack and looked at the track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? I thought about you, and you, and you, and you too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. For my entire life, I have been filled with wanderlust. I have always wanted to go everywhere and see everything and do everything. And this started when I was a very little girl. I used to love to go to my dad's office, and I would take his globe and sit in his big leather chair, and I would just look at the globe and I would spin it around, and I would imagine all of the amazing places there were to visit. And I'm so excited because this summer, we are finally going somewhere, to a place that I have always wanted to go, and we are going to Lake Louise and Banff in Canada. Once I was alone, so lonely, and then you came out of nowhere like the sun up from the hills. Cold and in Canada, a change of scene was the most I bargained for. And then I discovered you, and in your eyes I found a love that I couldn't ignore. Down, down came the sun. Fast, fast beat my heart. I knew when that sun set from that day we'd never part. Down, 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 down came the sun. Fast, 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 fast beat my heart. I knew when that sun set from that day we'd never part. We'd never part. We'd never part. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone who's ever traveled knows that the company you keep can make or break a trip. And of course, my favorite traveling companion is my husband, Wes. But when he's not available, I love to travel with my brother, Billy, and my sister, Patty. And unfortunately, Patty couldn't be here tonight, but Billy is here, and I'd like to invite him to come up and share the stage with me.
Hi, Billy.
Billy, it's so fun to be here with you because if you remember the last time you and I were in this very neighborhood together, we were actually across the street at John Wayne Airport taking flying lessons.
You're right. Judy and I share a special bond because the two of us are pilots. And I have to tell you, I love the show. You sound wonderful. I love the music. I love the travel theme. It's just makes me want to go somewhere, like right now.
Well, let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay. On a clear day, rise and look around you.
And you'll see who you are.
On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear
From far and near,
a world you never heard before. And on a clear day,
on a clear day,
you can see forever and ever and evermore.
I'm flying.
I'm flying. Look at me way up high. Suddenly, here am I. I'm flying.
I'm flying. I can soar, I can weave, and what's more, I'm not even trying. High up and as light as I can be.
I must be a sight lovely to see. I'm flying. Nothing will stop me now. Higher still, look at how I can zoom around.
I can zoom around.
Way above the ground.
Way above the ground. High up and as light as I can be.
I must be a sight lovely to see. And on that clear day, on that clear day,
You can see forever.
I'm flying.
And ever.
I'm flying. Flying. Yeah. Thank you. Well, Billy, I know how much you love to sing, so I'm going to turn the stage over to you.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy.
It's all mine? I got a call from Judy about 3-4 months ago. And we hadn't talked for a few days because she was really busy, and I was really excited to hear from her, as I always am. Billy, I'm doing a show, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be just an incredible evening, and I want you to be in it. I want you to sing with me. I want you to sing a song by yourself. Anything you want. You think of something. Well, Taylor decided she wasn't going to sing country, and she was going to go pop, and I'm thinking, I always sing the Great American Songbook, so maybe I'm going to go country. Little Willie Nelson, on the road again, you know, thinking. Now, Billy, remember, we only sing songs from the Great American Songbook, so you have to keep that in mind. Okay, so change of plans. So now I have to think of something else that goes with more of the genre of the music that Judy's picking. And remember, Billy, you can sing anything you want, but the show is about travel, so you need to sing something that really has a travel theme to it. I can live with that. I mean, there's got to be something. And there are lots of travel songs I can think of. And it has to be a song about Paris. That's it. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh why do I love Paris? I wanna step out on the Champs-Élysées, from the Arc de Triomphe to the Petit Palais, that's for me. Bonjour, Paris. I wanna wander through the Saint-Honoré, do some window shopping on the Rue de la Paix, that's for me. Bonjour, Paris. I want to see the den of thinking men like Jean-Paul Sartre. I must philosophize with all the guys around Montmartre and Montparnasse. I'm simply tourist and I couldn't care less when they parlez-vous me. Then I gotta confess that's for me. Bonjour, Paris. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? When love comes in and takes you for a spin, oh la la la, c'est magnifique. When every night your loved one holds you tight, oh la la la, c'est magnifique. But when one day your loved one drifts away, oh la la la, it is so tragique. But when once more she whispers, shut the door, c'est magnifique. La 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 la. La vie en rose. Frère et Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sonnez la mattina, sonnez la mattina, ding dang ding. Ding dang dong. I never knew the charm of spring, never felt its warm embrace. I never knew my heart could sing, never met it face to face, till April in Paris. Who can I run to? What have you done to my heart? I love Paris. Why do I love Paris? Because my love is
She's back.
Billy, that was fabulous. You always make me laugh. You're so much fun. Just fantastic. And I think that you managed to sing every single song that was ever written about Paris. Except, I think you forgot about Lovers in the Rain and Flowers in the Stall on the Rue Madeleine de the Place Pigalle. How amusing. When the gypsies stole our wine. Remember? Notre Dame, where we chatted with the hunchback. The dim cafe, where we had to send the lunch back. Ah, Paris in the spring. It was all too divine. Another song about Paris. Is there room for one more? Is there really a note or a word we all haven't heard before? Is there one thing about Paris left to sing, left to say? Though they still may be gay on the Rue de la Paix and the Champs-Élysées, at that sidewalk cafe where Maurice Chevalier sipped his cafe au lait, I'm afraid that today it's become how you say, more or less a cliche, to sing a song about Paris, charming though it may be. Another song about Paris is like another cup of water in the sea. So spare us another song about Paris, 'cause all the songs about Paris sound exactly the same to me. Don't you think so, Billy? Pigeons on the grass on the Rue Soufflot, and pigeons under glass at Les Domagos. How confusing. When we couldn't find Montmartre, remember the small hotel where we didn't tip the waiter, the way we felt when we met the waiter later. Oh, breakfast at Maxime's, it was toujours a la carte. I could sing songs about Paris till I ran out of breath. I defy you to find me just one that hasn't been done to death. It's all been said about Paris. Let it lie, let it be. Though they still say oui, oui, and they sigh, c'est la vie, while they gulp their Chablis on the Rue Rivoli. I'm afraid, mon ami, one more gay melody sung to Lady Paris is a toast to ennui with a cold cup of tea. There's nothing wrong about Paris. It's a nice place to be. You may feel strong about Paris, and maybe 50 million Frenchmen would agree. But spare us another song about Paris, 'cause all the songs about Paris sound exactly the same to me. Merci. All joking aside, Paris is definitely a song-worthy city. This next song reminds me of a road trip I took with my brother and my sister. We were driving from New York up to Maine. It was during the summer, and you know, that's a long drive, and like we used to do when we were children, every 20 minutes one of us would pop up and say, "Are we there yet?" And we had been driving for hours and hours, and I was really enjoying the scenery, and I looked out the window at all the beautiful trees, and I said, wouldn't it be great to come back here in the fall and see all the colors? And Billy, in the way only Billy can say, said to me, "Judy, look out the window and picture everything orange." And then he said, "Are we there yet?" Pennies in a stream, falling leaves, a sycamore, moonlight in icy finger waves, ski trails on a mountainside, snow light in Vermont, telegraph cables, they sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People you meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont, telegraph cables, they sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People you meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont, you and I, and moonlight in Vermont. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think we're staying on the East Coast for this next song. Yes?
Where are we going?
We're going to New York.
Oh!
I love New York. I was born in New York, and I never get tired of taking a bite out of that big apple. I just have so much fun when we go back there, and because there's so many things to do in New York. Let's see, you can go to museums, and of course there's shopping, and let's see, there's fabulous restaurants, and shopping, and there's Broadway, and shopping. And is there anything better than heading to Central Park on a Sunday afternoon? Don't make me say it. Shopping. New York on Sunday, big city taking a nap. Slow down, it's Sunday. Life's a ball, let it fall right in your lap. If you've got troubles, just take them out for a walk. They'll burst like bubbles in the fun of a Sunday in New York. You can spend time without spending a dime, watching people watch people pass. Later you pause and buy one of those stores. There's a face next to yours in the glass. Two hearts stop beating. You both agreed it was fate. Oh, agreed. Da 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 da. You met on Sunday in New York. Oh. So you can take a short nautical break. They've got boats by the lake for hire. If there's a storm, you just take it on home and get cozy and warm by the fire. both agreed it was fate. As day comes dawning, if you can't pick a spot or set the date, you met on Sunday in New York. So make it Sunday in New York.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, we're heading south. It's party time, so mojitos for everybody. Brazil, where hearts were entertaining June. We stood beneath an amber moon and softly murmured someday soon. We kissed and clung together. Then tomorrow was another day. The morning found me miles away, with still a million things to say. Now, when twilight dims the sky above, recalling thrills of our love, there's one thing I'm certain of. Return I will to old Brazil. On drums, Eli Cherry.
Yeah!
On bass, Jonathan Richards. On violin, guitar, and mandolin, Stefan Hovsepian. On sax and flute, Jeff Jorgensen. And on the piano, my fabulous music director, Mr. Michael Orland. Now, when twilight dims the sky above, recalling thrills of our love, there's one thing I'm certain of. Return I will to old Brazil. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Billy, I'd like to invite you to come up again with me. Okay, or I hope not. Around the world I've searched for you. I traveled on when hope was gone to keep a rendezvous.
I knew somewhere, sometime, somehow, you'd look at me and I would see the smile you're smiling now.
It might have been in County Down, or in New York, or gay Paris, or even London town. No more will I go all around the world. I have found my world in you. Billy and I have done a lot of shows together, and we always manage to include this next song because we love it so much. It's Henry Mancini's gorgeous Ode to Travel. If you're feeling fancy-free, come wander through the world with me. And any place we chance to be will be a rendezvous.
Two for the road, we'll travel down the years, collecting precious memories, selecting souvenirs, and living life the way we please. In summertime the sun will shine, in winter we'll drink summer wine, and memories of yours and mine will guide us on our way, as long as love still wears a smile. I know that we'll be two for the road, and that's a long, long while. As long as love still wears a smile, I know that we'll be two for the road, and that's a long, long while. Love you, Judy.
Love you too.
There you will.
Well, the end of our trip is approaching, and I would like to make some acknowledgments. I want to thank TokenSmart and Jack Jasper for having me here, and Golden on sound. Fantastic. Thank you so much. And I want to thank the entire staff here at TokenSmart. They have all been so fabulous. And of course, I want to thank Pisha McPhee, who is my vocal coach, my mentor, my career coach, and my very dear friend. And I would like to thank the director, Adriana McPhee, but she got held up tonight and she can't be here, but I do want to say a big thank you to her. And of course, thank you to my fabulous music director, Michael Orland. What a pleasure to be here with you. And thank you to all these fabulous musicians. What a joy to sing with them. Now, I am so grateful for all of the wonderful travel adventures that I've had. And I hope when you go home tonight, you can get your globe off the shelf and dust it off and give it a spin and see where it takes you. Let's take a boat to Bermuda. Let's take a plane to St. Paul. Let's grab a kayak to Quincy or Nyack. Let's get away from it all. Let's take a trip in a trailer. No need to come back at all. Let's take a powder to Boston for chowder. Let's get away from it all. We'll travel around from town to town. We'll visit every state. I'll repeat, I love you, sweet, in all the 48. Let's go again to Niagara. This time we'll look at the falls. Let's leave our hut, dear, get out of our rut, dear. Let's get away from it all. And I've left the biggest thank you for now. now. And it's to all of you. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. We love what we're doing, and we can't do what we do without all of you. It's so nice to go traveling. Thank you for flying with me. Sunday in New York, champagne and pop corks. Our world has so much to see. We had an evening in Roma. We went to London by night. Canadian sunset, always a sure bet, just like Vermont in moonlight. Thought about you 'neath skies of blue, from Paris to Brazil. Overland, I'm holding your hand, 'cause you give me a thrill. 'Cause you give me a thrill. Around the world we've been traveling, my precious crew for the road. You've been a peach here in Newport Beach, dear. We got away from it all. We had a blast here at Campus Jack's, dear. We got away from it all. Thank you for flying, Judy Airlines.
Judy Whitmore!
Let's hear it for Judy Whitmore. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Michael. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here with us tonight. Come on back at any time. Every Thursday night, we have world-class jazz with Steamers Jazz at Jack's, curated by Terence Love. And you know the shows that are coming up. We've got the 11th with Michael Bublé show, the 25th with Matt Mauser and his Sinatra and more show. And of course, mark your calendars for June 9th right here with Jerry and Craig and their group from the Irvine Barclay Jazz Theater, their jazz group, along with Leah Booth. And July 19th, Yvonne Lintz. Till then, check your calendar, Campus Jacks, come and join us. Thank you.